Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Curly K Glam, and I am here today to talk about episodes 1 and 2 of Falcon and Winter Soldier. So let me just tell y'all see the sweatshirt? Sis is excited, okay? I'm excited because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, honestly, I wasn't feeling WandaVision. Like, I gave it a chance, but I'm just not into the whole mystic arts thing. Like, it was interesting because people, I mean, I'm into Marvel, as you can see. But I'm just gonna give a disclaimer. I am not one of those comic book nerd people. Like I do get really nerdy for Marvel. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I have weekly discussions with one of my coworkers about every episode that ever comes out. Like I ask him questions. I go and look at, channels like Emergency Awesome, Cosmic Wonder, Black Nerd Comedy. Like I'm totally here for all the Easter eggs and everything because Sis is excited. Okay. But anyway, let me just start off by saying episode 1 was good. That was a great first episode. Just starting the episode out with all that action with Falcon going through all the canyons and stuff in Libya. Like it was amazing. Also, I felt like we got a little backstory with Falcon and Bucky. Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, and Bucky, aka the Winter Soldier. You really get to know both of them. So we find out that Sam is from New Orleans, which we never knew. We also find out that the Avengers were not paid. They were just, doing these duties out of the kindness of their heart. We thinking they was rich. I know for myself, I thought they were being paid because they worked for Shield, and Shield was like a government type agency. I thought they were being paid. Also because Tony Stark was like a quadrillionaire. So it was assumed. Maybe that's just ignorance on my behalf because, like I said, I'm not a comic person. I legit started getting into Marvel and the comics around the time I saw the first Avengers movie. And by that time, Captain America and Iron Man had, multiple movies. But then I really fell in love with it after I watched Civil War. But seeing as though to me, it seems like a lot of the gems as far as this universe and what we're watching is based a lot on what happened in the Iron Man and Captain America movies. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a lot of insight in the Iron Man and Captain America movies because those are probably the only movies out of the phase that I did not watch. And just because it was just a lot, like it was a lot to take in. But I do know the premise of all of the movies because you have to know that in order to watch everything moving forward. So moving forward, we get to this point. We're seeing now that, especially after WandaVision and now in Falcon and Winter Soldier, that everything is happening post blip. So everybody has came back after the second snap or the third snap or whichever snap it is, because it was a lot of snaps that happened between Endgame and Infinity War. But we're learning that Falcon now is a contractor for the U.S. Army or the Air Force, and he is from New Orleans. He has a sister. They both are running their family business. Their family had like a fishing business where they caught fish, and they sold plates and made plates. Food business. And so the family business is kind of going under, and the sister wants to sell the boat. The parents have died. She has her own kids that she's trying to supply for. And so they go to the bank and they get a loan. And I thought that scene was, crazy because y'all know why. Okay? Some things just don't need to be explained. We know why. But and I just thought it was funny because even after the loan officer didn't give bruh a loan, he asked him for a picture. I'm just like, the nerve, the gall, and the audacity to ask bro for a picture after you just deny him for a loan. So now that he's been gone, because Sam did get swept up in the blip. He was one of the ones that disintegrated. So he had been gone for 5 years, so he didn't have any income to post to even get the loan. So at this point, the sis is discouraged. we get to learn more about Sam. I mean, not Sam, Bucky. And, besides Bucky being there and having, him working for Hydra, we're catching him like post, after he's been, drained of, all the brainwashing that he went through. I know Shuri at one point, post scene after Black Panther, he was in Wakanda, and I think she worked on his mind and everything, and she cleared him out. So now he is going to therapy, and he has this list in his pocket of people that he's trying to make amends for the bad things that he's done to them. And so I don't have to explain it because you watched it already. But one that really touched me was when he saw that guy, the Asian guy, and he, and then he was sitting with his father, and then to find out that was his son, I was just like, dang, Bucky. Like, and it's just this, you get into the mind of Bucky, which is, interesting because after he had been brainwashed to be an assassin, he's coming to terms with all this grief, and you see he has these dreams. He can't sleep at night. He's up, and so it just shows, like, I like that. And like, I don't know who said it. I don't know if it was Emergency Awesome, Cosmic Wonder. It was one of them. It's another one I watch. CBR Looper. Somebody said that they like that it's a balance. You get your action scenes, and then you get, the food, the meat of the things that you need. And so for season, not for season, we on season, it's only one season, y'all. But as far as episode 1, I like that. I like how, the counselor, she is tough as nails. I'm trying to tell y'all, she be tough on Bucky, ain't she? She tough on Bucky. But other than that, it's just like, what are they gonna do? And so we see that Torres, who is working with Sam, he's a spy, and he sees that there's this new organization where they're trying to keep the society like it was after the blip happened, because I guess they're trying to take care of themselves. But of course Torres ends up getting beat up, and then the guy, he catches it all, everything on film. He sends it to Sam, and then that's when we see that there are more super soldiers out there. Okay, so episode 2 though was the T. Okay, it was the T, because not only did Sam and Bucky meet up, but of course, because I forgot to say something about the new Captain America, which I'm not here for. I was fussing Sam out at the screen when Sam gave the shield to Smithsonian, because I'm like, Sam, what are you doing? So now in episode 2, we get to see Sam's mistake. Sam should have kept the shield, but as you know, because we're working toward all of that, Sam's gonna get the shield back. But we gotta go through the steps, y'all. So we just gotta be patient and get there. But you know what I'm saying? So Sam gave up the shield. They assigned a new Captain America. Boom. So the new Captain America is some guy from the army. What's bro name? Is it James? I'm just gonna call him James or is it John? It's one of them. Anyway, I think, he has his assistant Hopkins who helps him. He's supposed to be Battlestar. And so I'm just like, okay. So they start off with this mission. He's, not start off with this mission, but they're having a parade for Captain America. And then, he's nervous. He's nervous because it's a lot of pressure. He got a lot to live up to because, Steve Rogers, the bar was high, okay, and he knew it. But of course, Steve was a super soldier. Bucky is a super soldier. So now that it's coming out that there's more super soldiers, especially after they saw that video that Torres took. Okay? So now, fast forward, Sam has told Bucky that he thinks there's more super soldiers out there. And so they own these trucks, they follow on these trucks from a warehouse. As you can see, we see their vaccines on the truck. And there's a girl on the truck, and they think the girl is a hostage. Well, come to find out, she's not. I don't know how they got the serum, or if they're trying to give the serum to more people. But, James or John, I don't know, New Cap, I'm going to call him New Cap. New Cap is following Sam through he done hacked the little bird. So I'm like, oh no. So sis breaks bird. She tore the bird to smithereens. Okay. She tore the bird to smithereens. And so now Bucky and Sam, they lose. Battlestar got pushed all the way off the truck. And so did New Cap. So now they trying to work together. New Cap and Battlestar are trying to get Bucky and Sam on their team. And they're like, absolutely not. You work for the government. We don't. We have more flexibility. Y'all have to get certain things authorized. So then New Cap tried to like drop the hammer on them saying, well, y'all need to stay out of my way. So anyway, another key. I know I'm probably all over the place with this, but I'm excited. So just bear with me because it's gonna all make sense as the story goes on, because I'm coming back next week to do episode 3, because I know episode 3 is going to really be the tea. Okay. But, so Bucky, come to find out, tells Sam, they go to Baltimore and there's a black super soldier, and he's the only black super soldier that made it from what we know. So here we are thinking Sam and Cap were the only ones in America, and they weren't. So, Bucky used to work for the Russians. He was an assassin. And so we know there's more super soldiers over there, but they need to know more about the super soldier serum. And so now we find out how Bucky lost his arm, because the black super soldier beat his tail, and he said it. He was like, boy, you got your tail whooped, okay? But, and like they said, come to find out, the grandson looked to be a young Avenger, just like how they had the twins from WandaVision. So they set it up, y'all. They getting us ready. And this is what I like about these little mini series, because sometimes people just don't have the patience like me to sit there for 2.5 hours and to get everything I need. So if you can give it to me in 37 to 50 minutes, you know what I'm saying, and you keep me captivated, I'll wait till next week. I'll wait till next week to watch the next episode. You feel me? But other than that, like, I'm just like, okay, it's another black super soldier. He said, okay, Isaiah Bradley, the black super soldier, he said that he was built to be Captain America, but they decided to ixnay on the plan, and they put bruh in jail, and he been in jail his whole life until his wife wrote a letter to President Eisenhower, and he got out, and he been in the house ever since. I'm like, well, ain't that about a blip? So he not here for it. He's not here for it at all. And so Sam was like, Bucky, you knew this all along and you ain't say nothing to me? And he was like, I couldn't say nothing. He was like, did Steve know? And he was like, no, we never told him. I'm like, wow. So then I saw somebody say, well, they said the whole thing about him being black and how they experiment on black soldiers, and they tried to compare that to the Tuskegee experiment. And I thought that was powerful, because I'm like, okay, Marvel. Then they had the whole profiling thing with the police. I was like, okay, Marvel trying to keep it current. Not mad at it. But, I wasn't expecting it, but I'm not mad at it. So it was just different. But overall, y'all, I thought it was real good. But I think that New Cap is evil. Something about him just don't sit right with me. And if y'all is into the comics, let sis know down below. Drop down below in the comments and let me know. Because I'm just here to, give away points that stuck out to me. I'm not going to say this is a review. I'm just saying I'm excited. So I want to talk to somebody about it. I have to share my excitement with somebody, okay? So let me know down below. Did you like the first 2 episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier? And just tell me everything you know about Battlestar, about New Cap, because you know sometimes googling stuff and looking at stuff ain't fun. It's fun when people tell you and you be like, for real, like, let me know. So let me know what y'all thought. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at CurlyCakeGlam, and I'll be back with more videos. This is